So for today, I don't really have any goals in mind. I just felt like playing for a bit, and I know I'm going to have to keep this one short because I have actual obligations today, but I have time, like Mr. Incredible at the beginning of The Incredibles. So that's where we are right now. I know you can't see the records, but I'll do it again in the game. So once I get a game, I still haven't done that beautiful team overhaul I've wanted to, but I made sure to add some stuff, so this is definitely not just a rehash of the last one. Haven't found a team that I really have a sweet spot with yet. So, no Gen 1, no Gen 2, and I asked Vapicuno, well I asked Sadlicius because he used it against Zomog in Callus's Fight Night, and I really liked it because I love Kingdra. And I made some tweaks to it because I can't help myself. And I forgot to change the EVs on this. That's annoying. So, zap on zap, I'm definitely getting out of there. So now I'm going to... Well, that's kind of a lame situation, but I'm going to Focus Punch because I want to break a T-Tar sub from coming in, and Gengar is... T-Tar coming in is a lot worse than... For free, is a lot worse than Gengar coming in. I'm using this awesome... Sorry, dude, I can't be here all day for once in my life. And yeah, I would much rather Gengar come in than T-Tar come in for free. See, that's fine. So yeah, this is an awesome set Vapicuno came up with, and it's basically predicated on the idea that Snorlax does not really need Body Slam to succeed, but sometimes it feels like it really needs to cram a bunch of moves in there. So kind of like if you've watched my video on Undisputed's team, his Snorlax doesn't always run Body Slam, it runs counter a lot. Oh god, that's like the worst thing possible to face with Kingdra, so I better get rid of... Oh, at least it's not defensive. I'll take that. So I think probably not breaking subs with a burned Lax, so Curse Lax, oof. A lot more, but versus offensive sub Vaporeon is an awesome set, by the way. Lots of fun. I am burned, but yeah. So Undisputed's team had a no Body Slam. I don't remember if it was on the Charizard Loom team or on another Breloom team, but I know on at least one of those Focus Punch heavy offenses he likes. Whew, yeah, I'm gonna curse. Oh god, okay, well this cannot be allowed to continue, obviously, so I'm gonna self-destruct and... he's running some sort of weird full pass team, or not full pass because it's banned, see the handy dandy 3 baton pass clause here, but, well he might not have Surf. Okay, well, that did shit, so now I'm gonna blow it up and scare it out with Zapdos. Cool. Yeah, Mata Zapdos. I made some changes to Vapicuno's team. He's a great team builder, I just have my preferences. Such as Mata Zapdos being God. I mean, Timid is great, okay? Sometimes you will need it, but, like this. This threatens to kill most, standard Dugtrio. And Timid almost never does. Actually, I think it's a roll, but, you know, let's check, just so I'm not relying on my memory. Also, if you're calcing with HP Grass, always put in the 30 special attack on me. Okay, so it's good odds, but, you know. And also, I don't have a good Zapdos answer now. He just subbed in the face of my Zapdos. I'm going to get a clean DD with Tar now that his Doug is gone. So I'm just not going to let him... Yeah, and since it's a sub-Vap, very likely doesn't have Wish, then I might be able to muscle through it with, whatchamacallit, Kingdra and HP Grass. Especially now that it's not getting leftovers. So we'll finish off this whole presentation about how awesome Mata Zapdos is. But yeah, the idea... Oh, I get a second DD. Because... this is a slow as hell T-Tar. I'm going to make a video in the future. I don't know the title yet, but it's going to be about the many flaws DD-Tar has. Between EV allocation, fourth move, and item, and nature selection, it's just a pain. So this T-Tar is like the slowest DD-Tar ever, it only outruns Dugtrio at +2. So Aerodactyl and Jolteon, you just don't. And this is so it has max HP, it needs that bulk. And still a lot of attack, because if you start, well, that's a topic for its own video, but I will definitely, yeah, I'm not going to calc +2 burned Focus Punch Lax versus +4 Vaporeon to check how much defense it has, but generally safe to assume that, because I don't really want to Rock Slide, but at the same time I don't want to, or I didn't want to Double Edge take recoil, but at the same time I'm at +2, so I can't see it really mattering, so I'm just going to keep Double Edging. No risking any malarkey with Rock Slide. Cool. DD-Tar is a forgotten threat. The thing is, it's not that consistent for my tastes. So, oh, I forgot to do a ranking thing, so let me do that. So, oh, no, I did already. So, yeah, I don't know if I have a goal. I'm more looking at the clock than my rating right now, but definitely some fun to be had today. 1250 for Gen 5 if this is going slow. I had the sun last time, and that's still going to be explored in a more fun way. And I'm going to make a Darmanitan sun team. That and Victini and just spam fire moves, and if I face Heatran, then I call them a cheater. Or I just you know, run HP ground on Ninetales and Volcarona on the worst team of all time, I'm sure. But yeah, this is a very fun rain team. I like. It's got two immense threats in Thundurus and Gyarados. Very rare that not one of them is going to have a good matchup. Like, it's most teams automatically have a pretty bad matchup against Thundurus. The only recourse a lot of teams have is Recover Latios, which is admittedly really good because it can afford that slot on trick choice sets. But Gyarados, and that and like Gastrodon stuff, but Gyarados massacres that with some fun. With some good support. Anyway, this is the stupidest Gen 4 team I've ever made, and that's saying something. I don't know if I want to make that definitive statement, but it's pretty stupid. It's just, I wanted to make a Walrein team, but it's so tough to make it defensively sound because you're already using Abomasnow, so I just had to accept it's not going to happen in the traditional sense, so instead I have to go all in. I really hope this isn't Specs because my Nidoqueen... Oh, no, I'm Max Spadef Nidoqueen. Awesome. So I'm not even going to bother KOing him. Okay, I deserve that. But it's fine because unless he's some dumb Sash Overheat stuff, then I take out the Dugtrio, and I really like that. So, oh, I even have Roxanne Scarm as backup. Oh, I rock. Maybe that means T-Spike should be my priority. Selfie? Okay, that's funny, but I don't really care about... I just want to see more of his pokes. I don't really care if he kills me. Because I could just Dugtrio him after. And here comes the Abomasnow, the single best Suicune counter in the entire game. Oh, I'm max attack, that's why it did so much. But I'm going to Leech Seed, and I don't really care about... Oh, okay. Well, I'm max attack, so I'm going to click pretty hard there and hope I don't get HP fired. Thank God. Oh, he's got T-Spikes in my... Ooh, that's not fun. But I'm going to be faster than most mixed Tars, so I'm just going to take him out. Abomasnow is so cool. I think I'll make a video about Abomasnow itself, but... So, I have so many Pokemon in so many gens to talk about, so I'm definitely not going to be running out of ideas anytime soon. But, my Pursuit Sucker Punch Dugtrio is here, and okay, thank God he's not Calm Mind. I mean, I wouldn't have been screwed, but it would have been very annoying. Would have had to roar it with Moltres, so now I have a very solid win path with Abomasnow, Rotom, and Walrein. Facing an actual team, this team is working. How cool is that? I don't really need Dugtrio anymore, so I'm just going to Pursuit, and if he stays in, then he's in Shard range. So, awesome. And Scarf Rotom and Walrein should clean up, because he actually just Abomasnow is really good, but yeah, I think he's gonna try to go to Roserade on Leech Seed or Woodhammer, so good on me for doing that. I wish they'd fix the back sprite for Abomasnow. Yes, let me just make sure I'm not messing up. Dugtrio, to see if if Latias is Scarf, if -2 Draco would... Okay, he's Specs, because -2 Draco would not kill Doug. Oh, and cool. Very cool. Yeah, this team is a lot of fun. It's alright, are we going to get something with Rain? Get that 1250, or am I going to go for 1250 in Gen 4 instead? So yeah, this is the stupidest team ever, but it worked. That one time. I made the mistake of bringing it to a tournament once. And actually, it would have been fine. I just messed up with it. But still, very, very dumb. Not solid at all. It's just, it's an example of when you like a strategy so much, you just go all in on it, and consequences be damned. So, like, this team has 6,000 flaws. Like, lead Azelf is a threat, for example, but I just want to use Obama, Walrein, Doug, Scarf, Blizzard, Rotom. Yeah, Scarf, Blizzard, Rotom is actually pretty cool. And it's not that ridiculous. I mean, on a Walrein team, then it's just piling on. But on a regular Spikes team with Obama Snow, if you're running a Scarf Rotom, you can totally make it Blizzard. Because HP Ice is already good on Scarf Rotom. It has some big targets, Dragonite mainly, Mixgon, and helps against Zapdos, and even stuff like Breloom and Roserade. So if you up that power to Blizzard, then it's notable. Like, Zapdos against Scarf Rotom is dicey on the first turn or so, because it has to watch out for Trick, but in a one-on-one where Rotom's just attacking, then... I mean, it depends on the Zapdos. I'm pretty sure it could probably stall out Blizzard if it really wanted to, if it was a bulky one, but, you know, let's take a look. Alright, I'm just going to put the choice thing here. And this isn't working, so I'm going to go for another Gen 1, because I felt like using Lapras. Although it's not a great time right now for ladder activity. See, offensive just gets trucked. Special, yeah, I don't know. If you're in Hail and you're not missing, then I would be confident in this. And Spadef Zapdos is a very lost Pokemon. It's all about bold if you're going defensive. So I dug out my old Charizard team and then added Tentacruel over it, which I think was my old Tentacruel team, because I'm really inventive. But in my last video, that I faced the guy with the Charizard, and I was like, hey, this is my Charizard team, and yeah, I have it from a while ago. So, come on, guys. No one's biting? I have a feeling I'm going to have to go to... Oh, nice, okay. Smeargle lead. Okay, well, the cool thing about this team is that... Well, I was going to say I don't care about hazards, but I do, obviously. I just get to match their hazards with my own, but I'm facing a Leech Seed lead Smeargle, so I'm not so sure about this one. And I'll go for Gen 3 next. Get some Kingdra use off. Okay, so this should be a win, so I'm gonna... Yeah, imagine if I was facing the one Spike Smeargle that still existed in the year 2020. Spike Smeargle has been very dead for a very long time, and there were a couple attempts to make it work, but it just blows because it's so bad against Starmie. I mean, I'm sure you could make it work, but very bleh. Alright, let's hopefully not face a guy who... Oh god, he just passed Spadef to his Infernape. That's not fun. If he's nasty... Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose to this. I mean, luckily he's still slow, and I have Scarf Rotom, and... Oh my god, he's got a... I knew Infernape learned Calm Mind because I was playing through Platinum again recently, and it offered to learn the move, but... Jesus Christ. So now I gotta break the sub with Nidoqueen. Thank god he let me do that, and then go to Doug. And then hopefully I'm not boned from there. So here, he was just willing to... Oh, come on. Fine, I'm running Adamant Doug, so this will kill. He just T-bolted without fear of his own Zapdos. That's not a move you commonly see. At least I got rid of his Gross, so I can see what else he's gonna do with his thing. With his Zapdos when I bring in the... Snorlax, He's that. Well, I'm going to Focus Punch because same thing. Better to not have T-Tar come in for free. So, and he doesn't kill, but I don't kill either because Spidef Nidoqueen is awesome. And luckily, if this doesn't kill, that's just... My heart stopped. Oh my goodness. It just... Subcom... Yeah, well, low on the ladder, you never know. Oh, and I'm facing a Blaziken. How kooky. Well, it turns out without Zapdos, this rails me, so I have little choice but to self-destruct. Living, because Snorlax is a beast, and unless it's banded, I'm not going to die. Banned Blaziken actually has some interesting use. And, yeah, alright. Oh, God, okay. Well, now I got a Threaten Boom with Tyranitar, so hopefully with this. I mean, if I boom Zapdos, I boom Zapdos, but I gotta dance around the Milotic thanks to that very ugly critical hit. So I'm gonna go to my Scarf Rotom here and be fine against a Life Orb Gyarados. Thank God I got that out of the way. Jesus. So back to Tar. Oh, I live this. I don't know if I kill though. Problem is, well, I don't. Yeah, I have to double edge, so double down. And I don't have Rock Slide because the point of this team is to win with Aerial Ace, or beat up against Blissey. So now Kingdra will kill 88% Zapdos in Rain with Hydro, so fingers crossed. Well, most of the time it would, so that is annoying. That was a very unfortunate game. And he's got a Cresselia, and luckily I'm fine against that, so now I gotta make up some lost ground in that. I'm gonna come back to this team after I've toyed around with it, because the premise is definitely nice, so back to the previously used Cloyster stuff. Oh, I need to do this. Okay, be that way. So yeah, Abomasnow really got hurt by Clefable becoming everywhere. Or becoming very commonly used. Becoming everywhere. Jesus, that was bad. But it still has a niche. Like, this is max attack just to mess with Clefable. It's got a lot of other issues, of course, being Abomasnow, but it's also got a lot of upside. And for a while, Mix Set was popular. You picked your favorite. You always had Woodhammer, but then you picked your favorite out of Ice Shard, HP Fire, Earthquake, and sometimes Blizzard. But generally, Ice Shard, Woodhammer, Earthquake, HP Fire was really strong. Really tough to switch into. The passive damage from Hail went a long way. The only reason I'm not Woodhammering... Actually, what am I doing? I'm Woodhammering this. Yeah, so some of the Gen 4 sprites are just busted. Whenever I play Ubers and I use Garchomp, then the same thing happens. And I think Scizor has a similar problem, which is weird. But, yeah. So... Whew, let's see. Still pretty good on time, actually. Although now I actually have a goal to make up for that infuriating advanced game. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in and wake up and yeah. You never know what you're gonna run into on the ladder. And Calm Mind, Vacuum Wave, Infernape, I gotta say, I didn't expect that when I woke up this morning. Alright. That was a nice comment I just got. Okay, so Ninjask, so we are good to go. Yay, 1250. Come on, give me a chance for vengeance. What am I in advance now? Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep trying for the 1250 in Gen 5. Yeah, this reminds me, playing through Platinum again recently. So fun. Oh, I love the 4th gen. They better not fuck up my remakes. Yeah, they're all mine, for me alone. But I really am looking forward to those. Oh, I mean, the Sword and Shield graphics just look miserable, so I don't know. It's not something to really put my hopes in, but I'm sure I won't completely hate it. So I might have to cut this short if I'm just going to be waiting all day, because we're at 20 minutes now. I don't think I should go past 30 or 45 today. I mean, at least get a game in every gen. I'm going to keep looking for those, so I've had enough of Gen 3 and 4 today, maybe. Unless the activity starts popping up and I can count on getting games consistently. So, thing I just learned, most people know about GXC because they're generally aware of their surroundings, but I'm not, so I'm learning now that, well, putting stock in GXC, I never really understood. I'm more of a traditional look at your ladder rating kind of guy, but turns out you don't get GXC until your 5th game. Today I learned, and I've been playing on Showdown for, what, 8 years? Yeah, that sounds about right. So this is a drawback. This is a main reason why you can't just wait all day for one generation, as I think I've said in both videos so far. Well, let's take a look. Who's playing here? No one playing in Gen 2? There's rated games here. I was gonna say, this guy sounds like he has the more, you know, good player alt thing, with the lowercase and the avatar and whatnot, but then I see his team, so. I mean, 20 years later, 20 years ago he was playing GSC and now he's playing it on Showdown, so you know what, 20 years later I salute you. And I played Xerxes, he's the Charizard guy. Okay, so these guys are actually playing real GSC. Hey, I finally got black and white, alright. So, gonna try and focus here. No sand, so unlike my Choice Specs team, this team has a little more care put into it. Like, I believe I mentioned in when I was using that one, that it was dumb because it had no volt switch resist, and it's just specs on everything, which leaves it open to a lot of stuff. Rotom being among the biggest ones. I pretty much rely on specs hydroing it to death, which is not the worst strategy, but can go very wrong. Anyway, so here I have a Spadef Toad, which is awesome because a lot of rain really sucks against Alakazam. Also helps shrug off Rotom because I've got Refresh, and that also means I don't lose to cheesy Sun teams. And I used this team in a video, I think. Alright, so most teams facing rain lead with Rotom, and I'm just going to Scald because I don't want to get it tricked or something, which I should probably protect just to be on the safer side. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm just going to Scald, and now that Sleep is banned, then Amoonguss has really taken a hit because it is a completely free switch for Ferrothorn. Wow, that is a super Spadef Rotom, but it doesn't have lefties. Maybe it's Chesto Rest. Either way, I'm going to go to Thundurus, knowing he's probably not going to go for Hydro Pump, and I'm just going to Thunder. Yeah, that is super max Spadef, and I get lucky there. So this game is pretty much ideal so far. Looking for 1250. I mean, this isn't a real black and white team, but we're still low on the ladders because it takes a while. I'm going to try and look for Gen 1 because it's still in the first 5 turns. There we go. Oh god, an actual lead. I was hoping to face another Butterfree. Alright, so I don't want to rely on... Oh god, this guy is definitely a real advanced player. Okay, so the problem with Zam on Zam is I want my Zam to not get T-Waved, but if I use Chansey to absorb the T-Wave, then I won't be able to switch into Snorlax later. So, hope and pray. Oh, the wind is buffeting my windows. You know, I learned the word buffeted from the Pokemon games when they say that a Pokemon is buffeted by the sandstorm. Alright, well I'm not going to stay in here. Oh, I still have my silly... Wow, nice prediction from him, but I'm just going to get up rocks because this is just an interim switch before I can get the big hitters in. So now I'm going to hope he doesn't Thunder Punch on the switch, and... Yeah, see? So, oh, I have Hyper Beam this. So if I had Double Edge, okay, maybe I'm not facing such an experienced player because straight Hyper Beaming is not so great. But I have to Soft Boiled first. I would love to T-Wave, but I can't. What's funny about that line of play... Okay, well, I'm going to T-Wave now. If you Hyper Beam, get to 75... or if you Hyper Beam, then switch to Zam. Chansey switches out of Zam for fear of Thunder Wave, and then Zam comes back, and then Lax comes back in on Zam. Then you actually threaten the Chansey switch with Hyper Beam, so that's funny. Oh, I got my... Cool. Well, now I'm set up. Here's another problem with Zam. Frailty in the face of Double Edge Exeggutor. Of course, you can't just run Starmie all the time because then it runs Mega Drain. Uh-oh. Well, okay. So I'm gonna... In situations like this, you wait for the Clamp miss. Or the Clamp misses. Although... Oh, I T-Wave Chansey, that's good for my own Lax. It's always tough to know how to play around Cloyster, since he likes to... He also has a strong Hyper Beam to finish off stuff like Zam. So I'm going to avoid the paralysis, I'm going to go to my own Zam. Yeah, Zam likes facing... Yeah, Zam and Starmie are such polar opposites. Like, Zam likes facing Bolt Beam Chansey, but not Seismic Toss so much. Whereas Chansey doesn't really mind Seismic Toss. Excuse me. Has a bit more HP, and is a little less afraid of physical switches, but it doesn't want to stay in against Thunderbolt Chansey at all, so... So yeah, now Chansey, the Snorlax switch is fully well, that's not fully operational at all, because now he can Hyper Beam. So now I'm going to preserve my Chansey. I learned this trick from Troller, because he manages to heal up his Chansey from low % all the time. So now that the Lax is paralyzed, at least I can... You know, I was really tempted to just stay in there and whatever, but this was the smarter move, so... Para? No. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go to Egg, because his health, once it's at high... If he's at high health, then it's pretty negotiable, and I'm gonna try to Sleep Powder because I don't really mind if Zam or Chansey comes in, but I died at Seismic Toss, but I'm gonna try to get it back up because he's not... Good move. I mean, I say he wasn't experienced because he just straight Hyper Beam, but maybe that was excuse me, a little too judgmental. Chansey's out of Lapras range, so I definitely played this wrong by going for by letting him switch Chansey into T-Wave. So my Lapras does not really have value offensively, so it's just to stave off Tauros now. So, and he has Cloyster to switch into my Snorlax, so that is a good move. Now I'm trying to just get some sort of use out of the Lapras because I know otherwise I'm really not going to. Oh, come on. That was lame. Yeah. Oh, that's... Well, not over yet. Okay, well, that is officially lame as fuck. Now it's a bunch of Body Slam, Hyper Beam mind games, but I'm gonna go for Body Slam because he can para, and I want to destroy that Cloyster on the switch. Now I'm gonna Hyper Beam because he's probably Soft Boiling, and if he switched out, then whatever. Okay, well, at least I did... No, at least I didn't do anything to the Cloyster. This is infuriating. So, and see, now we can Hyper Beam, so I'm gonna have to try and go to Exeggutor on that. That would be really good. Nope, he just clamped. Made the safe move. Another use of Clamp is that you can get free switches to something threatening with it, like Tauros, so this game has definitely not been going my way at all. So I'm going to Psychic because I don't want to risk Sleep Powder misses, and I also want to smack the Zam on the switch, and that is really nice because it can... well, I also wanted to damage the Cloyster into Tauros range while also threatening the other switch-ins. So... I mean, I had Hyper Beam for Zam, but I'm before I check that, I want to check -1 Blizzard. It's a pretty good chance I live, so I'm gonna Psychic away, and I think he expected me to switch because I get his lax for free. That's really nice. Now he goes to Tauros. This looks like I have the option to threaten him out with my, or at least do some damage with Snorlax once. That's an ad. And from there, it very well might be a Tauros Roar, but he's also got a healthy egg, so maybe not. And he just comes back with this, so. Hey, alright. So is he going to Hyper Beam now, or is he going to Clamp? I'm going to pray that he Hyper Beams. Amazing. That actually works out really nicely. I mean, it's not ideal, but I can still get rid of something with... Well, I'm definitely going to... No, actually, if I get Lapras in against Exeggutor, then Chansey being down is really nice because Alakazam is also at low health. This is an interesting game. Lapras, Alakazam, Hyper Beam does not enough, but he won't be able to switch in. So I'm definitely letting my Zam go. He is the least useful. So now my move is to go to Snorlax, because I want to just spread damage either on Tauros or Exeggutor. And both would be useful for my own Tauros. Okay, or that could happen. Maybe my move was Hyper Beam. Actually, it definitely was. But for now, all I can do is hope and pray. And he's actually up, so he can definitely sack and then go to his Eggy and throw out a safe sleep powder. Yep, that's annoying. I don't think I have to go for a freeze just yet, but I'm going to have to sack my own egg, and then I'm going to do a lot of damage with Blizzard, but I think he just sacks Zam, then goes to his own Tauros. Yeah, he was able to play that safely. I'm just going to Hyper Beam just because... Actually, no, I should Calc Blizzard. I do have a chance to not kill, so I'm just going to be safe. Because it's just down to Tauros, so I have to win the Tauros War, and then crit Exeggutor, so I don't know if I have better odds to do that with... Well, because Tauros... Do I have to freeze it, or... So, Hyper Beam, crit... So, Oh, if I have a 20%... and then a 25% on top of that, I'm still pretty sure that's a higher chance. But you can also miss Sleep Powder, so I think I'll go for Blizzard first. So, yeah, worst case 50-50 here, and before I have to Luck. So I'm gonna Blizzard here. Nope, and fitting end. Ugh. Yeah, I underestimated him, but I think I played pretty well most of the time. I just did not get lucky. And that's RBY for you sometimes. Things do not go your way. And that's why you can't judge Pokemon in general on just one game. At least I get my GSC now, playing an actual team, and I'm facing a Raikou who I really want to paralyze. So that's what I'll be going for here. And he roars trying to scout my team. Crit is nice. I prefer the para, and he also reveals my goddamn Tentacruel on the first turn, so that's not nice. But if I can cripple the Raikou, which isn't unreasonable at all, then I can definitely make something happen. So the obvious move here is for him to go to his Spiker. Now going to Cloyster is semi-risky, especially if he's a good player, because they know he's very capable of doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is go to Exeggutor, which covers that. And actually, I'm gonna try to get the spike down immediately. Well, I mean, he should be wary of well, that would have been nice, but he should be wary of what's it called, Sleep Powder. So that's why he went to Suicune. And luckily, Tentacruel absorbs Surf and Toxic really easily and is quite threatening. And all right, so Fortress. Yeah, Fortress, if I went to Cloyster just to get spikes, he would have a nice 1v1 there. But luckily now I get to Swords Dance up and Sludge Bomb some stuff. And I can sub just to see if he goes to... Because if he goes to Scarf, it's not really making much of a difference. He gets his spikes, So I think he's going to his Scarm here, so I'm gonna Hydro Pump. It's not just a hit Fortress, but it's because Skarmory is the better option to switch in. So that worked out nicely. Tentacruel's a threat. I mean, this is not anywhere close to ideal conditions, but it is threatening to this kind of team. The problem with Tentacruel, especially with Hydro Pump, is that as long as they have a Skarmory and like Hydro Pump resistances, then you're potentially really annoyed. So at least he stayed in here and his Lax is getting chunked. So I don't even care if he goes back to Skarmory now, because Snorlax out of the way is really nice, and I can still spam Hydro Pump on it later. Matter of fact, he might even rest, so I might just Swords Dance just to not waste PP as he rested. Oof, that did so much. So this is obviously a Thief Misdreavus, as he's running Standard Stall. So I will go with, well, I don't want to just eat Psychic or Thunderbolt. My next win path after this, since Snorlax is basically dead, is to mess the Raikou up and go in with Zapdos, who destroys everything else. So I think that's a good backup. So I don't mind Tentacruel going down. It's not all in. Having an all-in strategy is generally not reliable. So Thunder and Hydro Pump +2. Whoops, no, that's not +2 special attack. +2 attack. Yeah, I'll be 2 KOing it either way. So Sludge Bomb is definitely the superior choice. Want to keep my Hydros for Skarm if possible. Don't para, don't para, don't para. Fuck! Oh, come on, that's so lame. Alright, well I'm gonna leave this be and go for my rather free Zapdos switch. Oh, that blows so many chunks. I mean, because Raikou switching in after would have been fine, because he still would have eaten a very strong Sludge Bomb. So that's lame, but I'll survive. So this is an example of how threatening Tentacruel can be, even without setup, because he can live a Sludge Bomb and... Let's just calc versus Raikou to see just how powerful it can be. See, that's pretty hard hit, so yeah, this is a standard stall team, and I'm going to ask I know it must sound ironic to say not a lot of time when I'm laddering in GSC, but offense can move pretty quickly, so, and that's what I'll be doing here, especially because I'm going to Sick Thunder on him, which either gets a KO or threatens to paralyze the Raikou, and once Raikou's resting I get my spikes up, because Fortress is not a good Cloyster switch. In a one-on-one, fine, but it's generally not a great Cloyster switch even with Giga Drain, and even then I'm fine with just exploding or, I don't know, making other stuff happen. So okay, so I'm not going to risk Zapdos' health or being forced into Sleep Talk, because that could get taken advantage of by Fortress later. I'm going to go to Steelix, and I'm just going to find out he's HP Ice, and I'm going to spam Earthquake, because I don't care if Suicune switches in, because I can just go to Cloyster, and I don't really care if Fortress switches in, he's already got the Spike. Skarmory, don't care. And yeah, so now if he goes back to Raikou, fine. I mean, I can't do this forever, and Raikou could be annoying with a Spike down, but I've still got my Cloyster at full health, so, or my Snorlax at full health. It also is walled by Fortress, but he doesn't need to know that yet. And Misdreavus being down and it having Thunder means it's not bad. So I'm going to Surf here just to damage this thing. Oh, he is Giga Drain. Okay. So I think what I have to do now is I don't have HP Fire, but it's all about the Zapdos win at this point, which looks fairly doable. So I'm going to Explode, because that does a ton, and now I chase it out with Zapdos and put massive pressure. I mean, I won't like having to go to Steelix later, but I can also use my Exeggutor, who will pressure everything, and Skarmory and Suicune are Zapdos bait. So I'm also going to see if I can try and get something done with this guy right here. Alright, so now I'm in a good spot. He doesn't want to switch right into Fortress, I don't think. Because I want to lead off with Lovely Kiss to incapacitate a desperate Fortress. But I also don't want to... I mean, if he rests anyway. So I get the Lovely Kiss off with... I don't get the Lovely Kiss off. That really sucks. And now we can absorb it with Suicune. So either way, I'm going to Skarmory. If he Toxics, he Toxics. So be it. Raikou's at 63 and paralyzed. So this is definitely the time to send in Zapdos, because Zapdos versus a 63% Raikou that's slower. A lot of Raikou's walling ability comes from its speed. Funny as that may seem at first. It's a 3-hit KO, so he's going to have to go to it here. So back to Lax, unless he starts making some insanely risky moves. See, and now he can't do this. So it's a very risky move too, because he might just die. I don't want to give up the spike. It's very risky. So maybe I should have looked for a better opportunity with Cloyster. No, he can't go to that immediately. Alright. If there was ever a time he needed to double switch to Raikou, it was here. But, okay, he's not Sleep Talk Skarm. I'm going to try Lovely Kiss and catch his guy here, but that's fine. Just to catch a Fortress switching in, because he might have to make desperate plays. Because at this point, at that health with Raikou, where's a 5 I can copy paste? Okay, still a 3-hit KO, but he's still definitely very much on the back foot. So I don't know how he's playing. I don't know if he's Toxic Curse or... I'm going to scout it out with Tentacruel. This is the best... Okay, he is Rest. Back to Lax then. Actually, no. Ugh, this is tough. I want to handle his Raikou switch, but I also want to handle Fortress, and that's why I'm going to go to Exeggutor. Because he could try to spin here with this, but switching to Raikou... Actually, honestly, both are really risky. Maybe my move is just a Hydro Pump. No, I'm slower. I don't want to risk Fortress doing stupid Fortress things. So, I hope he is afraid of HP Fire with my egg. It's not a perfect move, but it's something. That was actually a smarter move since Tentacruel is so crippled. This is still very annoying. I'm gonna bait Toxic and go to Zapdos on this. And now this actually gives me a spin block, so that worked out really nicely. Alright, 56. Is he going to take the Toxic, or is he going to let something die? Getting Zapdos Toxic here, getting Snorlax Toxic would be disastrous, so I'm just going to go for it. Alright, he's one full para or crit away from just going down. No. Okay. That was risky, because he doesn't... That one could have gone either way. Good news is he doesn't seem to have any intention of staying in, so I can Thunder with Snorlax. And now that I have the spin block, then that really helps. And nothing really switches into my Thunder Snorlax, so this is really nice. Skarm hasn't even slept. Misdreavus is down. Fori doesn't want to switch in, and I have a spin block. I mean, hey, that's fine. I think he's drawing Double Edge so he can go to Misdreavus and Pain Split. And I would much prefer to not sack my a Tentacruel to prevent a Pain Split. Yes, that is great. That is so great. Now, I'm not going to get any real damage on him when he goes to Fortress here, because he's going to take spikes and then get back half of that, and then when I sack Tentacruel, he's going to go back to 44, but I'm going to chase him out, so fine regardless. So, and then it's back to this deal that we have. So I switch first, so that means he did not switch. If he switched, he could have just nullified my Tentacruel switch for nothing. But it's fine. And now there's no chance in hell he stays in, and I mean, I want to pressure him. I really do. At what point is he going to start taking the risks, you know? No, I'm going to play it safe. I can afford to for now. And he's still sleeping for a while, so I'm going to HP Ice, just force rest. He doesn't threaten Para on me nearly as much with Thunderbolt. So, fine. I'm just going to keep HP Icing for a bit. Okay, I'm trying to feel him out so he doesn't just pop a Fortress double on me. I mean, although I may have been a little too safe there. Yeah, I'm really second guessing. Alright, he's playing extremely safe and straightforward. If I could get the Para, that would be really dope, but I'm not gonna risk. Now I really want to Sleep Talk, because I don't want to have... I want to minimize the turns I'm asleep and relying on Sleep Talk, so Fortress has... So I give Fortress less window to mess with me down the line. Para would just be gravy here. Come on, boy. Nope. Well, luckily he's not 3 at KOing me, so there's that. Alright, but now I'm awake. Here's the question, does he go to Fori on my Lax or my Rest? I feel like he would, but he's playing so straightforward. Alright, well that works. I will take that for sure. So now I have a pretty nice Psychic to spam, and I can boom on Kun, and that would help narrow the game down to where potentially Lax could curse up and win. So I can, yeah, narrowing the scope of the game is definitely something I am interested in. So I think he's got to go to Kun because he doesn't want to go to Skarm with 0 sleep. But at the same time, I'm going to Psychic because he might just stay in. But at the same time, that would be really, really risky, and he has not been playing risky. Keep having to skip this Christmas medley as much as I love Christmas like any normal person. Oh, it already got skipped. Maybe it was just playing and I didn't even notice. But yeah, he definitely should not risk the Raikou here. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say he should or he shouldn't either way. It's not very clear on what the correct sequencing is with his pieces and whatnot. But because he needs the Raikou, but at the same time he could make the argument, I don't want it sleeping for 0 turns, but the battle is all about Fortress and Spikes, so I am going to... And Stun Spore on Suicune, does that help me that much? Well, other than him, I would be forced to reveal Giga Drain at some point to try and KO it, but then save my boom for something later. So, 95, let's call it 96. So, yeah, I would need luck to do it. I would need to do this sequence again, but I'm going to try and set it up for later. Oh, come on! Come on! Ugh. That blows. That really blows. This game has not been kind. At least I can switch in to Zapdos here, and he's not really loving the idea of making risky Fortress switches, which is nice. Alright, well that works at least, because now I don't have to rest. Now I pressure him. So I'm going to make this move, because I don't think he's going to stay in and risk it when he hasn't yet so far. So, and Sleeping Zapdos means he still can't Toxic me, but he's Oh, okay, he's gonna be that guy. Well, fine. I don't really mind that. I could make a switch to Zapdos because he's either going this or Suicune, but I also kind of want to just Psychic. Or, let's see, he's at 55. Do I have my 5 on copy paste? No, I don't. So, Psychic is actually gonna do a decent chunk, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Yeah, it's a 3-8 KO, so it would not do the job. But I want to pound Suicune a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot for something. I gotta get some odds at some point. So I'm gonna keep Psychicking just to get a drop. It's not good odds, but it's something. So I'm just gonna keep attacking because Psychic PP is kind of not the most important thing. So if I'm just spamming it, then because I can pretty much at any time I can just go to Zapdos and force in Raikou and then do stuff like this again. So now we're pretty much where we started. He's gonna heal up to 56 at this point. And whether he stays in or goes Suicune, I think he's gonna stay in Drill Peck, but it's fine either way. So he rests back to Egg. Actually, is it better to go to Lax to scare out that guy? Also, now that I'm thinking about it, if I isolate the game enough, it's not necessary to really keep Lax or Spikes down because of my booms. I have 3 booms in a Zapdos, but he's got 4 Pokemon and a Raikou, so maybe not. I can't just do it by booming down, but anyway, so he's going to Raikou here, so the question is, yeah, back to Lax. So, and now he doesn't really have a good switch in. I'm gonna go for Lovely Kiss just because the crippling Suicune is... Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting absolutely absurd. But, I mean, I know it's Sleep Talk and whatnot, but at the same time... Alright, see, I'm still afraid of his antics here of switching it, but he hasn't been playing like that at all, and luckily that will continue to be the case. I just refuse to... Okay, now he finally took his first risk of the game, but he's not gonna do it again. That was just to offset Spike's damage. Alright. So now he's sleep talking his stuff. Yeah, alright, back to it one more time. The cool thing is that if he sleep talked or rest, then I would still be able to threaten Lovely Kiss on a Fortress switch in. And now I'm still stuck making ugly moves. Exeggutor, at least if he's sleep talking and not controlling his own sleep, then I can threaten him with Egg for Scarman for save Zapdos stuff. So a Thunder, I don't know why I put in Exeggutor, I think I was just saying it out loud. So Thunder versus, it won't even kill Fori on the switch, so I'm going to Exeggutor here. So I'm threatening with Psychic, because I don't think he's staying in and risking a Stun Spore or Boom when he's got the full health Scarm, and he stayed in with that again. I mean, now he's starting to adapt. He's sensing kind of how afraid I am of this. I'm just going to Zapdos here because I need leftovers. So, back to this. He's got his 2 sleep turns. He's woken up. What I'm wondering is, do I boom? Because if I boom this, then I just win with Zapdos. If I boom the Fori, I keep Spikes, but and then I can go back and forth between... No, I can't go back and forth, so I'm going to go to Egg one more time. Alright. I am definitely going... I can't imagine he... I don't know. it's tough to call, but I think he's going to stay in and go for a good sleep talk. He gets a rest. He's controlling his own sleep. Lovely Kiss is an option again. And I Giga Drain him for a lot of damage. So I don't think he's staying in here. I think he's going to Scarm. If I could boom that, yeah. And you can't boom Suicune from full health. It's not going to live. So, now Lovely Kiss is an option again. Now I threaten everything with... Yeah, now I threaten everything with Lax. Because Suicune is at not good health. And Scarm is sleeping, and I have an open Lovely Kiss. So I feel like he might sack Snorlax or something here. Either way, he's in a bad position, but I don't want to give him that... Yeah, I think sacking Lax is definitely a good move here. No, he's going to go right back to Suicune, so I'm going to hope he starts sleep-talking some Surf. Or, no, he's not going to risk it. He's going back to Scarm, so back to Zapdos. We're in the switch triangle. No, he stayed and sleep-talked. Got Toxic. That's ideal. That is perfect. I mean, I'm just wearing down Raikou a couple spikes at a time. But is he going back to it? He's still... I want to force him to rest again, but I'm going to Eggy just because I don't want to... You know, I want to threaten... He's not going Fortress at all, but I don't want to let up on a possibility that it might. So, yeah, I'm definitely Psychicing because I don't mind... So, even if Skarmory comes in, I don't mind because Zapdos comes in. Actually, if I Psychic and then he wakes up, then the next time I was going to say the next time he comes in, then I potentially get a very threatening move in the form of Stun Sporing it on the switch, and that can make for interesting stuff with Explosion denying it recovery. So now, what's interesting is Skarmory finally got my drop. Drill Peck will not 2-hit KO me through lefties. From 60, how am I looking? Will I 2-hit KO it? I will most of the time. I think I gotta. Attaboy Egg. Now Raikou becomes more threatening, but if I can do something about that, then I think I'll take it. Also, if I get Scarm down for free, then suddenly Steelix has a good boom, and I'm not afraid of letting Fori in to spin as much. Like my worst case scenario after this, if Scarm goes down against Exeggutor and he goes to Raikou to revenge kill me, then my worst case scenario is he doubles to Fortress on my Snorlax/Steelix, because I can't switch to Zapdos, and he's probably going to correctly assume that I don't want my Eggy to go. So I'm going to try and figure out if I can win without spikes well enough to not risk such a move. Like, Scarm going down would be just delightful. I would love that. He's finally in a not great position. With enough force, I guess. So, yeah, since Kun is weakened and sleeping, and he's still got a turn to sleep, so he doesn't want to switch in, so it's very likely something dies here. On his team, not mine. I don't want to tempt the Pokegods. No matter what happens, though, this has been a really, really thrilling, exciting game. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Fuck! No, 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 no. Haven't you gotten enough this game? Oh, that's so dumb. That's so, so, so dumb. Oh, that's unbelievable. That really is unbelievable. So I gotta go back to this and do more of this stuff. At this point, I don't think I can win. I have to, like, brute force my way through with Snorlax now. He's not gonna risk the Raikou at all, so I'm just gonna Thunder take a Scarm switch down, still do a lot of damage to Suicune. Maybe get a Para on a Fori switch. Yeah, there goes the Lax Sack. So, good use of it there. Oh, he's not going to Fortress. Okay, well he Sleep Talks that. So back to Snorlax, and I'm gonna try and do it again. Alright, so here come the... I mean, he's still faster and Zapdos is weakened, so I don't think he's really worried about it, per se. And I think he has a good... Huh. No, I don't think I can boom on Suicune with this thing, because... Yeah, I've got to go for the crit, actually. Yeah, because if I boom this, then Steelix booms Skarmory, and that's all that's going to happen. Because Zapdos will lose to Ku. So I've got to just keep going back to Snorlax, weakening Raikou this way. Oh, I mean, the other stuff was annoying, and he finally gets it in and gets the spin-off. So now I gotta hope for some luck. I mean, I might be able to stall him decent. Oh, come on, for God's sake. Well, I'm not gonna let him boom me for free. I'm actually, at this point, I don't think it matters. I think... No, he could Toxic in addition to Giga Drain, so definitely going to this. Okay, well, that's... fitting end. I mean, I've really enjoyed the game. I have, but fuck, that was so dumb. That was the epitome of really fucking stupid, and now I can't punish his switches anymore. I should have been more careful with Cloyster, but I had it. I really did. What a heartbreaking end, but such is life. Today, RBY and GSC, just not my day. So I think I have no choice but to just double edge and hope for some magic, like Sleep Talk, Surf, and get crits, and because he gets multiple good Sleep Talks with Toxic and Rest. I guess Sleep Talking Toxic and missing was... Yep, okay, that's that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna try and finish on a high note, because I still have a couple minutes before I really should get out of here. So hopefully this will work. Okay. Vaporeon lead. Specs. Oh, that game was great. Just everything went his way in that one. So, yep, that's a Specs Vaporeon. So I'm going to assume that a Specs Vaporeon lead team is not going to have a Clefable, or, you know, it might have a Breloom, but it's still not... With how much it's doing to my Abomasnow, he should be able to suss out that it's not defensive, so Breloom is not a confident switch. Another problem for traditional defensive Abomasnow with max HP and SpDef is that Breloom actually switches into it because you don't want to give up any of these moves, but Ice Shard does shit to Loom, so it blocks your Leech Seed pretty well. But he's running a Weavile alongside a Specs Vaporeon lead, so somehow I don't know about that. Weavile is generally not good. And a Spiritomb, so I should be able to... Yeah, I'll try to get one more with Gen 3 with the old Cloyster team. So, and yeah, and this will be officially my end. Oh, lovely. I love this. I mean, I'm going to assume he's going to stay in and just, like, try to Hypnosis Focus Punch me or something, so no dicking around with Pursuit. Just crunch and dead. Yeah, this game should be very over. That GSC game was an example of how great GSC can be, just a little burned up about how it went, but if, you know, that's how I lost every time, then it would be somewhat okay. So he's running a Spikes team, and I'm going to get all 3 Spikes, and I'm going to limit him to 1 layer and boom. Thing is, what do I go to? Yeah, I'm going to save my Cloyster's boom after. Nice, he did that. And hopefully I can lure the Donphan in. Oh, he is that, so that's annoying. But I want to bait the Donphan in and Ice Beam it to death. I mean, Crunch would probably get the job done anyway, but he lets Scarm go, so that works. And this game is just going to be automatic at this point. And bam. I don't know. Yeah, that's... Depends on his EVs, but that was one. Alright, I'm going to try and go for... Well, I don't think I can unless he's taking forever to click because of the past the first 5 turns thing, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, so this game should be El Rapo. Whew, that GSC game really... Yeah, I said I was going to try and stick to an under, what, 45 minutes before? And I was, but the GSC game was just there. Yeah, so here's an awesome combo. With Scarf Rotom, then you'll block Starmie, and you got Dugtrio to finish it off if it kills you. Also good for guaranteeing you take out any T-Tars that get rid of Rotom. So, win-win. Although with all these spikes up, then I should be fine. So I'd like to get a... Alright, I'm searching, that's fine. Definitely don't want to look for another GSC game with... And RBY can go for a while, too. So I'm looking for a more fast-paced last game to finish today's laddering off. I gotta say, it's really fun just getting on and playing. I like how he has the double pursuit option, by the way, but I think I'll live a pursuit because he's not banded. So he's got the double dark type pursuit, stab pursuit thing, but no T-Tar. I faced a Houndoom once like 7 years ago. It messed me up. Sucker punch and pursuit. Yikes. Houndoom's really cool in advance, actually. I should make some stuff with him. A lot of really cool tools. The preview, I guess, is that he has strong pursuit, but he also has Will-O-Wisp and Stab Fire alongside HP Grass. So he's kind of like a mix of Pursuit Tar and Moltres. Yeah. Alright, advance isn't giving me anything. Let's just keep going with my silly Abomasnow antics. I'm gonna get one more in the next 6 minutes, but yeah. And then I'm officially leaving. So, oh, I dipped under 1200 for GSC. That sucks. Huh. Well, my Gen 4 and Gen 5 ratings are equal. Alright, let's see what else is out there. If I can get a game for black and white. Alright, this will be the last one. Oh god, a real team. Okay, he's using, I think, yeah, this is a team that was used in SPL. It's a strong one. So, luckily he doesn't have a ghost type, so the real problem that this kind of rain team has when facing sand is when Tentacruel can't spin, and that's against Jellicent. But with Gastrodon, then fine. I'll just load up on hazards, and I know it doesn't kill all his guys, but it'll definitely go a long way in T-Tar, Gastro, and I mean at least rocks. So, okay, he's gonna trick me here. I want to avoid that. And I don't really... I mean, it's not the end of the world if I get my Latios Dracoed. It's bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucking horrible, but... Thank God. Oh, and I get Specs, and he gets a Scarf. So, a smart guy would just... Yeah, I'm gonna go to Tentacruel here because I don't want to... Yeah, I didn't want to get Scarf Dracoed, and I also didn't want to risk Trick. So if he tricked, then he would get Black Sludge. So I'm going to go to Pharaoh and get my rocks. And I don't mind Tentacruel being choice because I just need to spin once later. If we're going to be in a hazard trading thing and I can spin, then that's an advantage. Oh, why does it run Taunt? That's annoying. Well, at least this means I'll knock it off, and I'll knock off something annoying for sure. So this means if he's non-Brave Bird, then I will be able to check it with Tentacruel. Now I can spin forever. He's Taunt Brave Bird, Scarm. Oh, that's annoying. And I'm gonna threaten him with a burn here. Hopefully I can get it going. That's delightful. So that's awesome. So now I think he's gonna go to Tyranitar, so I'm gonna try to get those hazards up. Nope, no dice. Shot at and missed. Shit on and hit. I took that from Saul. I'm gonna Rocks just because I'm gonna force him to taunt me every time. At least Tentacruel's probably a safer move, but that works. That works really nicely. So I believe this is a Rocks thing if it's the team using SPL. Okay, it's not. So Thundurus isn't really a great defensive Pokemon, but in situations like these where the other team isn't that hard hitting, then I will definitely take it to the bank. So it turns out, I think that's a Scarf Tar, but now that I've given his Latios my Scarf, then he actually has a decent revenge option for my my Gara. But I'm going to go to Gara now as he goes to his Gastrodon, which is his super safe Thundurus option. And I don't want to sub and just... I mean, it would be incredibly stupid if he just stayed in and Scalded. So I am good, but he doesn't really have many good options, so I am going to sub. I don't have lefties, so it's not that nice. But I'm going to bounce, because I don't care if he just goes to Scarm, because I'm still threatening him afterwards. So. Oh, come on. Give me something, man. So I think he's going to Scarm or to Latios or Gastrodon now. So I'm going to go to Politoed. Actually, he might be Scarf Tar, in which case he's going to Stone Edge. And okay, fine. So the problem with these teams also is that a simple Toxic Politoed destroys them, but I don't have Toxic Politoed. I have a goddamn Encore set. So I'm gonna scare him out and he just goes for Scald. I have Encore and Refresh. So I would love to run Toxic and Refresh. It would just make my life. But I don't have that luxury because he, yeah, okay, that's obnoxious as hell. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna Spike again, and I wanna really... Yeah, that's a tough one to predict. That was a good move from him. At least now my Gyarados does look really good. I just want to beat down the Tar with hazards. I mean, the smart move I think there was to run, was to go back to Latios because I was locked into spikes. But I mean that works too. So I'm gonna Focus Blast. Actually, no. I'm gonna HP Ice because I don't care about Gastrodon switching in, and Latios is much more of a threat. So yeah, now Gyarados does look really threatening. I mean, losing the health from Sub and Sand was not nice, but alright, fine. He's not Recover on Latios, so that's nice. I just want to force him to go to Gastrodon, and once I get rid of that Spike, then it'll be permanent. Some really good games today. This is a tight one too. I mean, I know I have the poke advantage, but it's still not really concrete. Gyarados is a good way of winning, for sure. And my Specs Latios, maybe? Although, is it... No, it's not my modest Specs Latios. That's on the dumb quadruple Specs team, but that's also threatening as hell with Dragon Pulse. Alright, I'm going to go back to Ferrothorn, threaten to get rid of his newly acquired leftovers. Wishing I had Gyro Ball right about now. And I'm not going to chance anything yet. But I'm getting rid of the Scarf. Nice for... I mean, I still have to find like a good setup opportunity for it, because he's going to have T-Tar and Sand and Zam Sash, so I definitely made a mistake with Gyarados. Alrighty, Dracoed. Actually, no, I'm not going to switch to Thundurus yet. I'm going to make a safer move of going to Politoed, who's Spadef and doesn't care if he does that. So, he doesn't really want to... I'm going to go to Tentacruel here because I want to spin without dying to Gastrodon, to Gliscor Earthquake, which is stronger, but not too much stronger, I think. Gastrodon versus Tenna, I think I have like I have like no defense EVs. God, that does way too much. I am gonna protect to. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's trying to scout. Well, I don't know why he would Scald other than trying to catch a Gyarados switch. I mean, he saw protect, so maybe he assumes I'm not sub, but I am sub because it's a goddamn stupid fucking Pokemon. So this is now nice. This is pretty helpful by getting rid of. I mean, I was ready to just let Tenna go down to 1% or so, but now Tentacruel is actually a good Latios switch in. I mean, it's not great, but it's something, and I kind of want to Scald because I think he's going to go to T-Tar or Zam on my Protect, but hey, that works too, actually. So let's calc. Latios versus Latios Specs minus the Specs. Draco and Dragon Pulse against Tentacruel. Yeah, nothing. Do I have some Spidef? I don't. I am 248 HP. So I think I am not going to try and play PP games, especially because he's going to be using Pulse. I'm going to just go for the burn immediately. Alright, well this is my interim. Oh, come on. Oh, God, that's obnoxious. That is unbelievably obnoxious, in fact. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and knock off again. But at least now he's in range of Thunderous HP Ice with the next round of rocks, so that's nice. I mean, he's still got Gastrodon is the thing, but... Whew, yeah, he's really trying to avoid Zam and that taking damage. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna, I don't know, try and force him into a tie and make him use... Does Dragon Pulse even kill unboosted Latios? Or Latios unboosted? That's a stupid question. No, it doesn't, guaranteed. So he... I don't know, I think he should... I'm gonna go to Polito just to try and be safe, but I get him to Draco, so that's awesome. So now, on my double switch, who's my switch? I think it's Tentacruel, I'm not sure. But I also kind of want a Latios. I don't know, I gotta be careful of the stupid Zam, which means I have to be really careful with my Politoed's health. I mean, that was definitely not an ideal scenario. I want to double to Tenna. Yeah, Tenna's a little expendable, so... I mean, what? Why? Okay. So, -2 special attack versus Tentacruel. I mean, if there was ever a time where he should just take advantage of a Protect, it's now, but he hasn't been doing it so far, and I don't want to... I don't know, it's tough to read stuff like this. And I will be out of Draco range, or almost surely, after the next one, so I think he should... Okay, well, that would have been nice. But now at least I get to Protect, or get to Scald the Tar and limit its switch-ins, so... Scalding there would have been really nice, but nope, good move from him. No, I want to keep Politoed's health high, but I also want to go to Latios, but I also want to keep Latios' health high. And I don't even have Dragon Pulse. That's not good. Politoed, Politoed, Politoed. Oh, it might be the move, it might, but so might be sacking Tentacruel. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, now I Draco. T-Tar can't reliably trap me after, as in it's not going to be a clear shot if he is in range or not, because I would live a Pursuit. So something is dropping here. The question is what? And I can't trick, because if he sacks Gliscor, I just get a Toxic Orb, and then I'm almost definitely boned. So, my Latios will still be in range to survive against Zam and whatnot. So it's going to be, if I'm going to win this, it's going to be a game of inches. Yeah, do I take the double switch to Politoed? Because I need to restore rain for Gliscor. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I need to restore rain for Gyarados, and it prevents me from taking Chip on Latios. But it also means that, I don't know, it's T-Tar would be forced into... Okay, well here we're in a good spot because I have Encore, and now I can spam Scald, I think. Either that or he's going to give me a free Gyarados switch, which I don't think so. But I can also Encore him out of Recover PP, which would be great. So, okay, come on, boy. I'll take it. Definitely will take that. And now I'm suddenly in an okay spot again. Whew. Oh god, I'm up to an hour 20 again? How does this keep happening? Alright, well... I have to Scald here and just take him out. Burn would be ideal. No, he's gonna get the rocks. Smart move. But I'm thinking... Well, now I have... Well, Thundurus is never gonna switch in. Or die. Or sweep. So I'm gonna protect first, see if I can... Yeah, so at least I get rain up. And now I get a free Encore, which is pretty cool. And I can... Yeah, I can Encore him into Ice Beaming with that, and then I can maybe sweep with Latios? Maybe. Maybe it is the move. Because I'll get a free... Yeah, okay, I don't want to keep giving him boosts. Okay, I'll take that, I think. Gyarados still might be able to pull it out. What's this YouTube notification? Oh, that. I was looking for... Please don't copyright me because of the ad in this. Anyway, I was looking for the Victory Road guys earlier, but none were on. So... I think he could have maybe stayed in there. I guess he was afraid of giving Gyara a free setup. But no, I'm going to Encore now. Okay, because I'm not a... Gliscor Facade. How much is it doing? Gyarados... Gliscor Facade. Actually, in that case, I might have been boned after because Latios would die to 2 Zam hits and then he's going to pick off Zam, so maybe it's a better thing I didn't KO it. Yeah, I think so too. So, Facade. The thing is, after this, I'm going to have to go to Gyara. Yeah, I definitely have to go to Gyarados after this. Okay, nice. But this... Alright, I'm going to Encore him into Scald. How much is Rain boosted +1 Scald? Is it going to break my sub? I have a bad feeling it is. Scald, Rain, +1. Yeah, okay, well that's not great. So now I got a Draco. No, I got a Roost, that's what I gotta do. Because he's gonna sack Gliscor, surely. Because Gastron is too important, I think. So, no, he's just gonna... Yeah, now I gotta play the odds with Gyarados, and I think I may have boned this one. Yeah, I shouldn't have Scalded versus the Gliscor. I think that killed my chances. Where did I mess up? A couple times. Definitely losing health on Gyara early. Although the Ice Beam doesn't go for that. Yeah, I think I'm screwed anyway. Because, yeah. Well, that's a sour note to end on, but these were some good games. So I... Nope, nothing. Okay. Oh god, I want to get one more. Fuck, that annoyed me. I really should be leaving, but I just can't help myself, so... Oh, that was a dip. Oh, that's a very volatile matchup. I should have been more careful with that. I mean, this is just an example of how stupid Latios can be for Rain when it's tricking everything. Really, really difficult to play around. Yeah. Latios is nuts. Without T-Tar, Latios is just ridiculous. Alright, this will be my last one. Hey, remember when I said lead Azelf was basically the worst thing ever to face? I have a feeling I'm gonna be very... Hey, I at least got these up. Cool. Okay, Psychic, Taunt, Rocks. Well, I'm gonna let him get his Rocks, because I don't know why he's not getting Rocks. Okay, I'll just Shadow Ball. Nice remix, by the way. Alright, I think we're still low on the ladder, so we're facing some not so fun stuff. Or not so good stuff. Hopefully, anyway. That was weird. Scizor, don't care about getting pursued. I mean, I don't know what I care or don't care about. Because I can't really get a read on this, but I'm gonna try and be smart about it rather than just blindly spiking by whirlwinding and revealing more. And I reveal an Infernape. So now what I have to do is sacrifice my Abomasnow. Oh, not even sacrifice yet. Well, I mean, that's fine. Actually, that's better because I get to bring it in for a sack later and I'll get hail damage going everywhere else and protect and whatnot. And then my goal will be... Then I will defeat with Walrein later because I'm going to have to Dug the Ape. Bullet Punch. Oh, please go for Bullet Punch. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for... go to Walrein here, because if he goes Infernape, then I can force him to close combat and take more hail damage. Hey, I will take... Okay, no, he's just... Oh, he's lefties Rotom too. This has not been a good day for laddering. Please don't be overheat, like just random lefties overheat. That would suck. If he's not, though, then I'll take whatever, because Leech Seed and Hail is going to be very, very, very annoying. Okay, he is random lefties overheat Dugtrio. Hopefully I'll just pursuit him and not lose to... And then try to solo with Walrein. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this 2009 Wi-Fi Rotom set? I don't even remember if it had Pain Split and Platinum. At least that happened. So now I get a sack. Walrein is super max defense, I believe. So I can... Yeah, if he's choiced Ape, then he... Which he almost surely is. Because he's got... Now he sacks Rotom. Actually... Yeah, I want to go to Walrein as much as possible. Force in the Infernape. And protect on it, scout its move, because Skarmory can take... If it's not banded, which it definitely isn't, because it's Scarf, because it did nothing at all to Walrein, or not Walrein, to Abomasnow with U-Turn. So U-Turn did 52, so let's just assume he's max attack, or something in that vicinity. So versus Walrein, which is bold. Can I like sub on this? If I can get a sub up, how much do I have? No, that's even more than I have. Okay, I cannot reliably get a sub up on this. Let's see, what's my calc versus Skarmory, who has a little less than max. And Impish. Yeah, okay, I'll take 2. Cool, I will take that. Man, imagine if I subbed as he went to Scizor, right? So if he superpowers, I'm gonna just have to start roosting. Yeah, the spikes at this point aren't the threat. It's just the getting a sub up with Walrein and praying. I mean, if I get enough spikes up, maybe I can... Actually, I might even be able to PP stall him out of close combats. Because with superpower drops and whatnot, I can sack Dugtrio And if he doesn't use close combat with Ape, then I sub, and I'm just going to assume I win from that point. Man, today has been a tumultuous ladder experience, but that's what we sign up for, isn't it? And learn a lot from the failures, because I'm very, very aware of those. Unfortunate as I may have been, it was mostly my own errors that put me in a position to where I could have been screwed like that. Alright, so Roost. Yeah, this is a scenario I haven't encountered in years. Wi-Fiing and roosting Scizor helplessly, superpowering versus it. If I'm slower, no, I'm faster, so I wouldn't even be able to. Like if Walrein takes a -2 band superpower with the sub up, then I would definitely go for it, but I don't think it's going to somehow do less than that %, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh god, don't use Rain, please. Please be DD. That would just be so much better. If it's Rain, then I have to what's it called? If it's Rain, then I have to straight up PP stall. Oh, thank god. God, that's Life Orb. That is hella damage. Okay. Go Dugtrio. Now with this Infernum getting dragged out, that's an extra turn of Hail, which can add up. So I don't even have to risk the sub, and instead I can just Roost and Spike. And if he crits me, then I will officially have no choice but to go for that sub roll. I mean, he's running out of close combat, so fingers crossed. Alright, Mamoswine, hey, this is doable. One more spike and Infernape dies. Problem is if he's like Life Orb Blizzard, but I don't know why I'm worrying about that, because that would mean he's Life Orb Blizzard Mamoswine, and regular Life Orb Mamoswine will not break through Skarmory. Although I do want to bring it down. So this is going to actually be a Skarmory sweep, I feel. God, Skarmory is just the best. Yeah, because this dies. Kingdra can't beat it, Mamoswine's getting worn down. I'm going to Roost one more time to full, and then Whirlwind. Actually, no, Whirlwind, because he's going to be at 36. Do I want to Spike? Yeah, no, that would be too much stalling. I don't want to do that, especially because he might, well, first of all, do that to PP stall my Roost, and he also could miss. So I'm going to keep... Alright, and I'm going to call it there because I also have to go to the bathroom. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is our ending point for laddering attempt number 3. So some tough losses, but that's the game we play, and I will have to do better. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.